So for my creative project, I wrote a poem that portrays how advancements in technology are ruining our species and talks about what we need to do to prevent technology from further polluting humanity. So the poem is called Move Backwards to Go Forward. Technology advances the world, expanding our knowledge to incredible heights, completely changing the way we live. Pen and paper are almost never in sight. As the world continues developing, we think we are as well, but the truth is just the opposite. We are living in a simulation-esque hell. Technology may make us smarter, but it stunts our growth as people, preventing us from making connections and learning what it takes to think as an individual. We don't even think about our reliance on technology, for our dependence on it is normalized, and despite how it makes our lives easier, our motivation and creativity is now minimized. Our world now belongs to technology. It is no longer our own. As technological advancements take control, our purpose is becoming unknown. I dream of a world with less technology, a world where each individual has purpose and meaning, where the development of people is once again valued and intellectuality is gained through hard work and persevering. Humanity needs to stop selling itself short. We all have potential to learn and think intelligently. So let's turn this dream into a reality and take back our lives from technology. So as you can see, the ideas I portray here in my poem are pretty radical in comparison to the way that we live today, but I truly think that if we take a step back and open our eyes to what's happening to us as humans currently in modern day society, this is a idea that can be turned into reality for sure. So taking a look at this first collage, the depiction of human evolution shows how we are becoming weaker because of technology. We're relying on technology to advance the world, making us unimportant and giving us less purpose. We never have time to ourselves because we are tied down to a virtual society that is impossible to break free from. We no longer think for ourselves because we are simply a slave to the way of life that has been given to us from technology. This cycle will only continue if we continue to let our youth learn to be dependent on technology for entertainment and social interaction, which you can see in that bottom right corner. The kids there just playing on their iPhones and iPads instead of playing on the swings or the seesaw. Kids aren't actually learning how to be kids and make friends. They're just learning how to sit on a phone and just play games or talk to people virtually, which is not a good thing. Here in this next collage just talks about how we need to stop accepting this reality and realize that humanity lived and thrived without advanced technology for the majority of its existence. We are capable of communicating solely through the power of speaking and listening, which you can see on the top those people are doing. That's how people used to communicate all the time. That's the only way it was possible without any sort of device. This is how people were able to form true connections and develop real interpersonal skills. We need to remember that each person in this world either has or can develop skills needed to survive without assistance from artificial innovations. As you can see in the middle there, person actually hunting for food, making a fire, and this is just stuff that we just wouldn't have to do nowadays, but it's something that actually built character in people and made a person more human and not a slave to some device that could just do everything for them. So technology is blinding us from the fact that we can do things that we don't really realize that we can do. We can also think, solve, and innovate without help from technology. Technology may be advancing the world, but it is not advancing humanity. Technology is advancing our knowledge from a technical standpoint, but it's not advancing how capable we are as thinkers and innovators. So the world is becoming more advanced, but us as a species is not becoming more advanced, even though we think we are because of how quickly the world is becoming a more advanced place and we're becoming more knowledgeable about so many different things. It's just not the case for us humans. In essence, humanity needs to stop valuing technology more than humans so that the world can go back to being a place where each person can reach their full potential and grow instead of just being born into a world that an iPhone or an iPad is placed in your hand from the time you're 4 years old, and then you have to live that way, live the way that a device is telling you to live. We need to become more independent as just people and just learn how to connect with each person around us instead of connecting with people through screens. And this is possible because, as you can see in this collage, this is how we lived for such a long time. And it's going in a bad direction right now, but we can change that. And really, we are so much more capable than we think we are because of the way technology is just making us so weak mentally. But we still have the physical traits to stop this terrible road that we're starting to move down. So that's really all I have is just we need to stop. We need to form a society that can live and function without technology because it's something that humanity is capable of and it's a way that we need to go back to.